Welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive from MIConHIMALAYAS. Today, we're setting our sights on, well, one of the planet's most magnificent and diverse destinations, Nepal. You've shared some incredible insights with us on hand-picked tours and trekking in Nepal. And our mission today is really to cut through all that information. We want to give you those essential nuggets, the aha moments you need to craft your ultimate Nepali adventure. So, yeah. Let's unpack the possibilities that await you.
Absolutely. And Nepal, it's quite something how it transforms right before your eyes. I mean, one day you're gazing at these massive glacial peaks. The next, maybe you're on a jungle safari, and then suddenly you're immersed in ancient temple squares. It's this sort of rapid transition between worlds, offering this incredible spectrum of journeys that makes it so compelling, really, for any traveler.
So for someone maybe just starting to dream about Nepal, what's the first thing they need to think about? When trying to decide what kind of journey is right for them. Is it always about, conquering the highest peaks?
Oh, not at all. Not at all. The beauty of Nepal, I think, lies in its varied landscape. We're talking everything from, yes, intense high mountain expeditions to these really serene walks through green hill villages, or even, vibrant cultural tours and wildlife safaris down in the southern plains, the Terai. It really comes down to finding that perfect fit, that blend of your time, your interests, and your preferred travel style.
Okay, that makes sense. And speaking of planning, the big question, I guess for many, is often, when? When is the ideal time to actually go?
Yeah, that's a crucial starting point. Most experts, you'll find, agree on two prime seasons. They offer quite distinct experiences.
Right, so first up, there's spring, March to May, is that right? Picture this. Days are pleasantly warm, nights are cool, and you get this, explosion of rhododendrons and wildflowers just painting the hillsides. Sounds perfect for active trekking, probably a bit less crowded than autumn. And it's also, I hear, prime time for mountaineers heading up to Everest and Annapurna.
Exactly. And then you've got autumn, September to November. This is, well, probably the most popular choice for many. Think crystal clear skies, really crisp mountain air, and arguably the most spectacular, those uninterrupted mountain views after the monsoon clears out. Plus, and this is a big plus for cultural immersion, you get to experience major festivals like Dashain and Tihar. They're Nepal's most important celebrations, just filled with vibrant rituals, family gatherings, a real taste of local life.
Okay, but we shouldn't overlook winter, right? November to February. If your dream involves, say, soaring above the peaks in a helicopter or a mountain flight, then the clear skies and those stunning snowfall views from the air must be just, well, unparalleled. Lower altitude treks are still doable then, I assume,
Yeah.
and quieter. Seems perfect for maybe shorter, peaceful trips or focusing on cultural tours.
Absolutely. Winter has its own magic. Now, regarding safety, Nepal is widely considered one of the safest countries in South Asia for travel. There are high safety standards on the established routes and tours, but naturally, its mountainous terrain can feel unfamiliar to visitors.
That's definitely reassuring to hear. But still, a foreign mountainous country can feel a bit daunting. What's one area where travelers genuinely need to be maybe extra cautious, even with a guide? And what's the real value of having that local expertise on the ground?
You're right to ask. While it's generally safe, unexpected things like flight delays, often weather-related or sudden weather shifts can happen, especially up high. And crucially, altitude sickness. Those uncomfortable symptoms like headaches, nausea, dizziness that can creep up as you gain elevation, it's a real factor. This is exactly where a guided tour becomes, well, invaluable. A good guide doesn't just navigate the path. They manage logistics, they keep an eye on your health, they know the signs, and they offer these crucial insights into local culture and nature. It transforms what could be a challenging journey into something deeply enriching. And yes, for that ultimate peace of mind, good travel insurance is absolutely non-negotiable. Really, don't skimp on it.
Okay, so with that groundwork laid, let's talk destinations. Because Nepal offers an almost overwhelming array of experiences. Where do most people typically begin their mountain adventure? Is it usually Everest?
For many first-time visitors, yes, the Everest region is often right at the top of the list. And, for good reason. It offers such a range. Everything from, quick, scenic helicopter tours that barely touch the ground to multi-day treks deep into those famous Sherpa villages.
Right, the classic Everest base camp trek. That immediately comes to mind. It's known as a challenging, 12-day journey usually, starting with that unforgettable kind of hairy scenic flight into Lukla, then winding through historic Sherpa villages like Namche Bazaar. It certainly sounds like it demands good physical fitness and probably prior hiking experience too, given the altitude and the rugged terrain.
Definitely. But, for those intrigued by Everest, but maybe looking for a different pace or wanting to mitigate the full physical demands, there are increasingly popular modified, let's call them luxury options. You could, for example, trek partway to EBC and then hop a helicopter back down, significantly cutting down the walking days. Or for a really minimized trekking experience, you could do a shorter hike to a safer, sort of pre-acclimatized altitude like Debush, then take a helicopter up to Gorakshep, trek to EBC itself, and fly back the same day. These options are really designed to lower the risk of altitude sickness, either by providing more structured acclimatization or just reducing the overall time spent at high altitude.
Mm, interesting. And for someone who wants that Everest grandeur, but maybe without any trekking at all, tell me about those helicopter tours.
Yeah, the Everest helicopter tour. It's pretty much tailor-made for those short on time or just preferring not to trek. It's an incredible 4 to 5 hour round trip, usually with multiple landings. You might land near Kalapathar for those iconic close-up views of Everest's peak. And some tours even include, get this, a memorable breakfast with Mount Everest right there in your sights. The best times for visibility are generally winter or those clear mid-seasons like spring and autumn.
Okay. Now, while Everest often grabs the headlines, let's maybe zoom out for a moment to Annapurna. It sounds like a region that truly broadens the definition of a Nepali adventure. What makes it so distinct?
Annapurna offers just unmatched diversity, I'd say. You go from lush rhododendron forests and these beautiful terraced fields up to high mountain passes and incredibly preserved traditional villages. It's one of Nepal's largest trekking areas. It's perfect for everything from like a gentle one-day hike to an epic 15-plus day adventure. So it appeals to a huge range of fitness levels and interests, really.
The Annapurna Circuit Trek, that's the iconic one there, right? It used to take, 3 months? But now with road access, it can be done in a more focused 7 to 10 days. Do you still get that true high mountain experience? Like crossing the Thoranga Pass at, 5,416 meters. That sounds like a serious high alpine challenge. Must feel like walking on the roof of the world. And it's not just landscapes, right? It's a journey through cultures to Gurung, Thakali, Tibetan-influenced communities.
Absolutely. You still get that core high-altitude experience from Manang onwards, and crossing Thorong La is unforgettable. The views are just panoramic. And yes, the cultural aspect is huge. You pass through villages where these distinct cultures, Lurung, Thakali, the Manangi people with Tibetan roots, are still very much alive. Then there's the Annapurna Base Camp Trek, or ABC Trek. That's another standout. It's often done as its own trip now, typically 5 to 12 days. It beautifully balances natural beauty with deep cultural immersion. You pass through traditional Gurung villages, and in spring, those vibrant rhododendron forests. It's just stunning. The final stretch brings you right into the heart of the Annapurna Sanctuary, this incredible natural amphitheater, surrounded by towering peaks like Annapurna Eye and the really distinctive Macha Picchu, Fishtail Mountain. It's considered sacred, actually.
Wow. And for those seeking a quick but equally stunning Annapurna view, are there helicopter options similar to Everest?
Oh, yes, definitely. The Annapurna helicopter tour from Pokhara is a fantastic option. It whisks you up to Annapurna Base Camp in about an hour, maybe a bit less, allowing you, say, a precious 15-30 minutes at 4,130 meters right there amidst those majestic peaks. Just remember, though, even for this short flight, you still need to get an Annapurna Conservation Area permit, the ACAPI permit.
Got it. Okay, moving from the really popular regions, let's explore somewhere truly unique, Mustang. I've heard it described as almost a kingdom within a kingdom. What sets it apart?
Mustang is remarkable. It genuinely feels like stepping into a different country, almost like it's frozen in time, but within Nepal. It's deeply, deeply influenced by Tibetan culture. You see it everywhere. It's dotted with these ancient monasteries, and it boasts these fascinating sky caves carved high up into sheer cliffs. Still a bit of a mystery, those.
I'm really intrigued by Lo Manthang, the walled capital of Upper Mustang. What's it actually like to explore inside those walls?
Lo Manthang is incredible. It's essentially a medieval city that has meticulously preserved its Tibetan culture for centuries. Just exploring its narrow, winding streets, seeing the ancient palaces, the monasteries. It's an unforgettable cultural experience, truly a window into a past that has largely vanished elsewhere.
So how does one actually experience Mustang? Is it trekking only? And I've heard about a significant permit cost. Can you give us the insight there? What's that about?
Well, you can explore Mustang by a rugged 4WD Jeep that's becoming increasingly popular and allows access for different mobility levels. Or you can opt for a traditional trek, usually over 10 to 12 days. Now, regarding the permit, yes, Upper Mustang requires a special restricted area permit. The cost is currently USD $500 per person for the first 10 days. But, it's not just a fee, it's a deliberate measure by the government. It helps ensure this ancient kingdom remains incredibly preserved and limits the impact of tourism. It allows access to a truly exclusive, authentic cultural experience that relatively few people get to witness. Now, if time or budget is a constraint, you can still experience the magic by sticking to Lower Mustang, which doesn't require this specific permit. Just do note, though, Upper Mustang also requires an additional 3-4 days, typically, to properly acclimatize because of its high average elevation.
Okay, that's really fascinating. Now, let's shift gears completely and talk about Nepal's vibrant capital, Kathmandu. For so many people, it's the gateway to their whole adventure. What's its unique appeal?
Kathmandu is just this amazing tapestry of culture, history, and surprisingly, a springboard for adventure too. It's often the perfect starting point for any Nepali journey, mainly because of the international airport and its proximity to various trekking regions.
Yeah, beyond just the sheer number of sites, what's really remarkable about the Kathmandu Valley is how seamlessly its 7 UNESCO World Heritage Sites,
Yeah.
From bustling Durbar Square to the serene Buddhanath Stupa, how they weave into the city's living fabric. Can you actually experience these properly, or is it overwhelming?
Oh, absolutely. You can experience them. You could potentially hit the key highlights in a single, well-planned day if you're short on time. Or ideally take maybe a more leisurely 3 days to really comfortably absorb them all. What makes the real difference, I think, is having a local guide. They don't just point out buildings. They bring the history, the stories, the spiritual significance of these incredible sites vividly to life.
Right. And for those who might want a taste of nature without leaving the Kathmandu area completely, are there accessible treks nearby?
Definitely. Yeah, beyond the city's, let's say, charming chaos, Kathmandu offers some incredible day hikes and short treks. These allow you to escape pretty quickly into peaceful nature. Trails like Dop Dam offer a quick escape. Or you could embark on a more immersive 2-3 day journey through dense forests and traditional villages on the Sanzarijal Chisapani Coat route. That one really rewards you with panoramic Himalayan views on a clear day. And for something maybe a bit easier, the southern side, areas like Lakruta Panyang and Chandragiri Hills, offer beautiful 4 or 5 hour hikes suitable for most fitness levels.
Okay, good to know. Next, let's talk Pokhara. It's often called Nepal's adventure capital. Why has it earned that title? What's the vibe there?
Pokhara, yeah. Being the gateway to the Annapurna region, it's arguably Nepal's most versatile destination. It's undeniably a major hub for trekking and cultural tours, but it truly, truly shines as an adventure sports mecca. It just draws adrenaline junkies from all over the globe.
Right. For those seeking that adrenaline rush, Pokhara really delivers. What specifically makes it such a magnet for adventure seekers?
Well, it's the sheer variety packed into one beautiful place. Pokhara is world-renowned for paragliding, launching from Sarankat. You get these breathtaking views as you soar, literally, with eagles sometimes, over the lake and towards the mountains. Then you can conquer the whitewater rapids of the Seti Gandaki and Trishuli rivers nearby. Experience Nepal's longest zip line at the Shangri-La Adventure Park, which is quite a ride. Or explore some fantastic mountain biking trails around the valley. And even if you prefer something more relaxed, just boating peacefully on Phua Lake still offers those stunning, iconic Annapurna views. It's accessible for everyone.
So it's not just high-octane stuff. Does Pokhara also offer, cultural depth alongside the adventure?
It absolutely does. Pokhara has a rich cultural heritage, too. You've got beautiful temples like Binyabasini and Tulbarahi, which is right on an island in the lake. And the truly serene World Peace Pagoda, perched on a hilltop, offers incredible panoramic views and a really tranquil atmosphere. And for day hikes, trails around Sarankat or maybe up to Dampis village offer spectacular vistas and wonderful cultural encounters. They're suitable for most fitness levels, proving, Pokhara truly has something for pretty much every interest.
Okay, let's move south now, to the plains, the Terai. This sounds like a dramatic shift from the mountains. What gems await us down there?
Yeah, it's a complete contrast. Down in the southern plains, Chitwan really stands out. It's Nepal's premier wildlife destination. It's home to Chitwan National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, just teeming with incredible biodiversity. We're talking the endangered one-horned rhinoceros. You're almost guaranteed to see them elusive Royal Bengal tigers if you're very lucky, wild elephants, deer, crocodiles. Activities range from peaceful canoe rides along the Rapti River, spotting birds and crocs, to exhilarating jeep safaris deep into the park and guided walking safaris for a closer look. You also have this unique opportunity to engage with the local Saru community. You can learn about their distinctive culture and traditions as the indigenous people of the Terai. They have unique longhouses and a very close connection to the land.
Fascinating. And then a relatively short drive west from Chitwan brings us to Lumbini, the birthplace of Lord Buddha. What makes it a compelling visit, maybe beyond just its historical significance?
Lumbini is, well, it's a profoundly sacred pilgrimage site. You can visit the Maya Devi temple, which precisely marks the spot where Queen Maya Devi gave birth to Siddhartha Gautama. And you can see the ancient Ashoka pillar erected by the Indian Emperor Ashoka centuries ago, confirming the location. But what's truly fascinating, I think, are the peaceful monastic zones. These areas host just a huge variety of diverse temples and monasteries built by Buddhist communities from all around the world: Thailand, China, Germany, Myanmar, including the towering World Peace Pagoda, similar to the one in Pokhara but much larger. Each offers a unique architectural and spiritual experience. Plus, you can explore Tularakot nearby, which is believed to be the archaeological site of Prince Siddhartha's ancient palace complex, Kapilavastu. It's a wonderfully tranquil and reflective journey overall. It offers a deep sense of peace, quite different from the mountains or the jungle.
So, listening to all this, what does it all mean for your next adventure? It seems like from the highest Himalayan trails to the serene jungles and these ancient heritage sites, the incredible variety of, well, hand-picked tours and trekking experiences in Nepal truly offer unmatched diversity, something for every kind of traveler.
Indeed, that's the key takeaway, I think. Whether you're seeking, spiritual insight or thrilling adventure or profound cultural discovery or maybe just breathtaking natural beauty, Nepal truly promises experiences that will not only maybe challenge you a little, but will definitely stay with you forever. They fundamentally enrich your perspective on things.
Right. You've now had a hopefully comprehensive deep dive into the incredible possibilities that await you in this magical country. We really hope this has sparked some exciting ideas for your own journey. Maybe consider this as we wrap up. What unique combination of, say, mountain adventure, cultural immersion, and perhaps peaceful exploration would truly make your Nepal trip unforgettable? That's all for this deep dive into Nepal on Mike and Himalayas. Until next time, keep exploring.